want to be blessed to be a blessing. You see, I want to live my life in the overflow. I want to have more than enough. Check this out. When it's time for me to start to elevate, been down too long, time to graduate. Mount my wings like an eagle, you see. Turn all my dreams to reality. Ain't nothing on this earth gonna hold me back from my heart desires. He promised that if I have faith, if I believe, faith size of a mustard seed. I want to be blessed to be a blessing. Prosperous life, no more stressing. That won't know me from the moon to the sun. He'll keep blessing me in every session. I got to do something with this life begin. It's planned for me, that's what I wanna live. As long as I got God on my side, the hater just gonna have to let me ride. Yes, I am the overflow, in the overflow. That's where I go. Don't you believe in the overflow? Yes, I am the overflow, in the overflow. That's where I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Oh, yes, I am the overflow, in the overflow. That's where I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Yes, I am in the overflow, in the overflow. That's where I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? So we got to speak that thing into existence. Because it don't happen. You gotta believe it in your heart, and in your mind, and in your soul. So you gotta repeat this after me. See what you say, so you can say what you heard. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on, you and me. Come on, say it. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. I wanna be living. I got to be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on, speak this thing into existence. Let's go. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. Oh, do y'all got it? Your blessings is on the way. That's where I go. That's where I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? I want heaven in the overflow right here on earth. That's where I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Overflow. In the overflow. That's where I go. That's where I go. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Overflow, the Everyday People Show. This is the only show where me, you, your mama, and your cousin too get to just come on and just chop it up. What's up, y'all? What's going on out there? What's going on out there? Welcome back. Welcome back. I had to take a week off. Celebrate my birthday, y'all. That thing went down in Vegas. The Vegas takeover. We took over Vegas. Me, my crew, my kids, my siblings. We went to Vegas and we took over that place, man. We turned up for the birthday for the Geminis out there. What's up, y'all? Woo, boy. I didn't even know I was going to do this show today, but I had to come show some love. You know what I'm saying? I had to come. I miss you. I miss y'all. You know what I'm saying? I miss y'all. I'm a little jet lag from flight didn't get in till late last night. They had a 2-hour delay. Supposed to be in at 8 o'clock. I think we got in like 10, 11 o'clock. Had to get home. You know what I'm saying? You know how they go, man. You had to get home. You had to drop people off and all that. Y'all know how it is, man. But how y'all doing out there in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch land? Man, I had a good time, man. I really had a good time out there, man. Hanging with folks out there, bro. It was a awesome time. Woo, boy. We did. Man, look, I partied so hard, man. I know y'all saw a lot of the videos and stuff that I was posting. But we did our thing out there, man. My kids showed up and showed out for your boy, man. And we just had an awesome time. But anyway, y'all, welcome to Overflow with Everyday People Show. The only show with me and you, your mama, cuz you get to just come on and just chop it up. What it do, man. Woo! But I needed that right there. Needed that vacation right there. It took so long to get here, but it went by so fast, man. Woo! I really had a good time, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I had a hell of a time. What's going on anyway, y'all? Anyway, y'all, we gonna do this show we're gonna do it right here, y'all. Because I ain't been in the loop for about a week. You know, I've been out there celebrating, partying like a rock star out there. Yeah, man. So I ain't watching no news. I ain't had time to catch up with nothing. I've been out there balling like I was falling. Hey, what's up? What's up, y'all? I had a good time. Anyway, y'all. Gemini's in the house. What are Gemini's at? Get them up, throw them up. BT, you're a Gemini, ain't you?
Gemini. Front and center.
Front and center. What it do, man?
Happy belated birthday, man.
Man, you should have came out to Vegas with me, man.
Man, I should have. I really should have, man. I know y'all did it big. y'all look like y'all had fun, man.
Oh, man, did we have fun, man? Bro? We put on for the city. We put on for the city out there, bro.
Plenty of drinks, plenty of food, plenty of fun, huh?
Plenty of drink, plenty of food, plenty of fun. Man, plenty of everything out there.
I went to Vegas, man. My first trip to Vegas was like a year and a half ago. And it was like the pandemic was kind of ramping down, but it was still, it wasn't real. So like I said, I'm going to wait until everything from Vegas is completely back, and then I'm going to go.
Bro, it's back, man.
It's back?
It's back. It's all back, right, bro. Everything is back, man. It was so packed out there, man. And the thing about it, it really wasn't that hot. I thought it was gonna be, a lot of folk been telling me it's gonna be hot in Vegas. It's gonna be hot in Vegas, man. It wasn't hot at all in Vegas, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hot, but it wasn't like nothing I didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing I didn't expect.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah,
you missed a lot, man. You missed a lot of stuff going on, man.
What's going on out there?
Man, people been getting shot left and right. I mean, it's crazy. It's getting really ridiculous out there now, man. The mass shootings, we're up to over 200 mass shootings in this country since January 1st. I mean, it's not getting no better. You know, when you let the NRA run an entire party, this is what you get, man. This is what you get when they pumping, when they're the number one donators of a party. I mean, you're not going to get any regulations. They're still fighting gun regulations. I don't understand. The simplest stuff is like background checks. The Republicans are fighting it.
Well, they trying to put more guns out there.
Right.
They say they say the only way you can stop it, a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
A good guy, which is BS. I mean, there've been FBI studies, and to show, man, only a good in an active shooter situation, 3% of the time a good guy with a gun has stopped the active shooter situation.
Dro, what's up, my bro?
What's up,
Dro? That boy Dro.
With you, man?
Man, just man, I've been working all this overtime for about the last month, man. And I feel like something been missing in my life, man. It's a podcast, bro. I've just been working a lot, bro. Been pulling 12s and 16s, bro.
Say something missing in your life.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Miss Ann, I don't see your video, Miss Ann. Miss Ann, you might try to go out and try it again, Miss Ann. I see you
in the green room, but I don't see your video ain't popped up yet.
So what's been going on with y'all, man?
I know power.
Rob, how you
That's why
doing?
my video out. We over here in the dark.
Oh, you just got your
It's
video
not
on.
gonna pop up. I'm in the dark. I got it off because it's dark over here.
BT, what's up? Rob, what's up with y'all, man?
We need somebody to rescue you.
Shirt.
And we need to send somebody to rescue you over there.
I don't know what's going on with Anna.
I tell you what, man. There's been a lot. There's been a lot going on, man. So what about missing a podcast here lately? What's been going on?
No, I didn't. We didn't do it last week because I was preparing for my birthday celebration, man.
Oh man, how'd that go, Rob?
And I just didn't have man, you just don't know. You just don't know how it went, Dro. That thing went down, man. It went down, bro. It went. I was trying to pull up the highlight of the whole trip, man.
Where was you at, bro?
In Vegas. I was in Vegas.
Okay, Vegas. I've never been to Vegas, man.
What hotel did you stay in?
We stayed in the Tropicana. Tropicana, it really wasn't all that, but you know what I'm saying.
That's old Vegas, ain't it?
No, that's New Vegas.
That's New Vegas. Okay.
I didn't make it down to Fremont. That's
I'm gonna go to the I'm gonna go to the Stratosphere.
You want to go to Stratosphere?
Yeah, I want to ride that roller coaster at the top. They got to ride at the top.
You say you want to ride the roller coaster?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the roller coaster be hanging off the cliff?
Yeah, at the top of the Stratosphere.
Dro, you got the Walter Payton throwback on?
You know it. You know it.
Already.
I'm not even a Bears fan, you know, but this is what it is.
I'm trying. I can't work this new Facebook format to save my life, man. It's like they got a new. I don't know what kind of format they got. Man.
Hey BT, let me ask you a question, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna ask you a question. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, Rob.
Oh no, this actually today is open mic Tuesday.
Okay.
So whatever you talk about, that's what we gonna talk about.
Oh Lord, what cuz that? Lord have mercy.
Who
cousin?
Charisma?
Yeah.
Oh, Charisma, he been working. He said they changed the shift, man. So
yeah,
he ain't been able to come on the last couple of weeks.
Okay. Well, look, I'll ask both of y'all a question. Okay. So I work at a big corporation, you know what I mean? I work at a big place. The place I work at is 1.5 million square feet. It's a huge place, right?
Wow.
And so we have a few white people that work there as far as the office now. That's never gonna change. But as far in the warehouse, it's about, well, it used to be about 85% black, almost 90. But we've come into a situation where, and this situation has popped up all around America. And I feel bad about it, but I understand because it's business. So we have some Hispanics that work there, and I'll be honest with you, man, they work really hard, right? And we got some black people that work there hard too, but the average black person that works there, they probably work at about 70%. And these Hispanics, they work at 110. So what ended up happening was that they fired a whole department of black workers. I wasn't cool with that because they fired a lot of good black workers who work at 100%. But the few messed it up for the many, as you know, I mean, as it is the cliche, right? So what happened was that they got fired and they replaced them with the Hispanics. Now they paying the Hispanics at least $5 to $6 lower. So at the time, I'm like, man, it's fucked up that they fired all them black people. But then I thought about it. If I'm a CEO of a company and I got goals to meet, I got numbers to make, I got money to make, and I have some workers that I'm paying $20 an hour, and they work at about 70%. Versus I got somebody who I'm paying $12, $13 an hour. They work at 110%. Which workers are you going to keep there, and which ones are you going to let go? So for me, as if I'm a CEO of a business, I hate to say this, I gotta fire the brothers and sisters. I hate to say that. I do, because I'm very black mentally. But me knowing business, I gotta make my numbers. I gotta meet my goals. Would I be wrong for firing all them black people?
Yes.
All right.
Now let me tell you what the answer to your situation is. Firing black folk isn't the answer. The answer is changing the conditions of your workplace to give them more incentive to work more than 70%. You see what I'm saying? All right. And it's not just money, you know, it could be 1,000 different perks. Run a better organization. You know, I mean, to be honest, man, you could probably come out there and hire dudes to crack a whip behind people to work, but eventually morale would go down and production would go down. But if you actually provide a good working environment and that make people enjoy coming to work or wanting to work, then business is going to increase and profits are going to increase. Period.
BT, my only pushback from that, I agree with most of what you said, but my only pushback from that is we work in a pretty good environment. I mean, I'm not in the warehouse. I mean, I do something else. But we work in a pretty good environment. I mean, it's an easy job. Nobody there is breaking a sweat. I mean, BT, I'll be honest with you, brother. A lot of these workers, they lazy, bro, and they don't want to work. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Their work ethic is not what the Hispanics are, brother. I'm sorry, it's not. I see it every day. It's not. You can go to a all black department and see them working. They're doing a pretty good job. You go to that Hispanic department, bro, they look like motherfucking, they look like goddamn ants in there, mother. And everybody got a job to do, and everybody's doing that job. What's up, Jermaine?
Yo, what up? What up, fellas?
I think it's because I think we tired, man. You know what I'm saying? But so you gotta understand, we're working with two different mindsets. Hispanics are working, they're working for their life. Not saying we're not working for it. We working for a living, but they're working for their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They working for the whole
family and shit.
Yeah, they got their whole family on their back. See, we just got these little families.
So the motivation is different.
Yeah. Some of us are working for a lifestyle.
Motivation is different.
No, I'm saying that's my point. BT, we working for a lifestyle. They're working for their life. Period.
Yeah, that's a total difference. Jermaine, did you hear anything about what I was talking about, brother?
Yeah, I heard it.
So that's what I'm saying. So I felt bad that them black people got fired. They fired. Listen, they took them in a room. And fired like 20. They fired like 20, 25 people at one time. Listen,
if I was running the company, I'd have fired their ass too.
See, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I felt bad because some of the workers, like, I actually know, and they're actually good workers, and they work their ass off. But
at the end of the day, when you run the business, it ain't never personal.
It's business. That's what I'm saying.
It ain't never personal. It could have been white people in there half-ass and I'd have fired their ass too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And Jermaine, and I know that's business, and I kind of felt bad for being like, damn, if it was up to me, if I was a CEO, I would probably have to fire all them black people, bro. I don't want to, believe me, I don't want to, but to meet my goals and to make my numbers and to keep my business going, thriving, I gotta hire the Hispanic.
Did they give him a chance to improve? Did they bring him in individually and be like, "Hey, look, this is where it's at." See, that's what they should do.
Well, that's fucked up. That's a good point, BT. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Nah, they did. They didn't do that. Like they started with like 5, and then that 5 went to 10, that 10 went to 15, and then that 15 went to a whole fucking department.
Man.
But what they saw is shit, we can get these Mexicans in here for damn near half the fucking damn price.
Yep.
For twice the damn work.
That's corporate. That's corporate greed right there.
Nah.
Yeah.
Are they documented workers?
Yeah, I mean the people that who they work for, they legit, man. They fucking legit, man.
If they brought them in at the pay that those people that was fired was making, or at their normal entry level rate, that's a different story. But like if they dropping them below scale, that's greed right there.
They brought them in.
That's Walmart shit.
In at about $13 an hour, while they was paying black people $20 an hour.
Hey, yeah. but here's the flip side to that though. Let's say like BT, let's take his scenario where he said, I'm gonna bring you here, I'm gonna talk to you. And then I'm gonna pay you less. If you ain't putting in the work, you're gonna get paid less. I bet all those black people been like, they'd have been bitching and moaning. But guess what? At a job, you don't get to pick and choose. I mean, you can leave. If you want to give half-ass effort, then go find somewhere else to work. That's what I say.
Dro, do you have a headset?
Nah. I'll turn my phone down, but I don't have no headset on, brother.
Yeah. You gotta turn the phone on. Yeah.
I turn it down. Is that better?
Yeah, because I'm hearing some feedback. We're gonna have to work with it.
I'm sorry.
I'm all for accountability. You know, especially from black folks, man. You know, if you're not getting the job done, I think you need. I mean, but I think that's part of good management is getting the most out of your employees and doing. And it's not just, hey, this is it. You know, you gotta be able to identify what they're doing wrong and then address it. You know, if it continues to be habitual, then you got to go. It's just that simple. But like, I'm not saying you keep people around at all costs.
But as a business owner, I shouldn't have to give you the incentive for you to work hard.
No,
I shouldn't have to say, oh, well, we're going to do this if y'all get these production numbers. I used to hate that shit because, you know, when I used to work at a plant like 10 or 15 years ago, my numbers used to be great, but they were like, oh, well, we're going to give you an incentive, start getting them incentives. I was like, well, what about the motherfuckers who already been working at 100%? What the fuck we get? We don't get shit.
Right.
So, Joe, you saying they fired them because of their production or something like that? Or they just fired them because it was economically made sense?
Yes, they fired them. They fired the whole department because their department was not meeting their goals on time. And the Hispanic department was exceeding their goals and doing other people's work. They pretty much, for the cliche, they worked circles around the brothers and sisters. And listen, I hated to see that with my own eyes. I hated it because I knew what was going to happen. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Me and my boss, we roll up, and my boss black. We roll up, and he a real brother. He's not a crab in a barrel brother. We roll up. We like, all right, man, the black department, they doing their thing. And we go over here to the Hispanic department. Bro, nobody got their hands on their hip. Nobody.
So everybody doing you think they're going to put a lawsuit in or something? You think they got a lawsuit?
They just be working their ass off, bro, because I hate to say this. It is 2022. The money that they're making is, some of them told me this is the most money they ever made in their life.
So the people they hired Mexicans.
Now, if the company has any type of data on how low their production is, they don't have no case for no lawsuit at all, because it really isn't. They
just wasn't meeting the goals. The brothers and sisters in the department was not meeting their goals.
Hey man,
and the Hispanics were exceeding their goals.
And in these days and time, you can sue any damn body. So I wouldn't be shocked if motherfuckers say we got fired because we were black.
Yeah, you can sue all day. You just won't win.
Well, I don't know, because companies are so afraid of this diversity and all this kind of damn shit. They may just settle just so they don't get the bad publicity.
Yeah,
who knows?
That's definitely a possibility. A lot of people do sue just to settle, just like buddy that's doing to Deshaun Watson.
So it bothered me. It bothered me to the point because I thought about myself because I'm very black mental. So I would be like, man, I would never fire all them black people. Then I thought about it. If I'm running a business, business is business.
You see,
y'all
thought
fired.
about it.
I'm sorry. Y'all fired, man. Maybe that's the wrong thing to do because I don't want to put good black workers out of work. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. But I do have to run a business.
But like doing a mass firing like that, I don't think I could ever do
about
that.
25 people at one time, boy.
Yeah.
They got to go.
No. Yeah.
So what, Ann?
They got to go. I know I probably don't have a leg in this fight, but on my end, I could care less what color the teacher is. If she ain't doing right by my kids, she got to go.
Yeah, she got to go. She got to go.
If you're the
reason, that's what I'm saying. Business is business.
Asking me questions, you got to go.
You got to go, man.
Yeah, Jermaine, this just open mic Tuesday, man, because I've been on a hiatus, man, and yeah, I've been balling like I was falling, so I ain't really had time to put no material together. So whatever we bring up, that we gonna chop up. Yeah, and it's funny.
Question: I got we ain't got nothing but fellas on the panel. Fellas, can y'all tell me why men are so attracted to pregnant women?
Oh man, I don't know. Well,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Easy answer, or
it's very much a thing. It's very much a thing.
I don't think I think, and he know that ain't his baby.
you want the easy answer, Ann?
Yeah, give it to me.
All right. I'll give it to you from personal experience. A few years ago, I found myself, I didn't do it. A lot of my friends were like, Rob, you sick. I promise you, I didn't do it on purpose. I found myself fucking with about 5 pregnant bitches at the same time. And to the point to where my friends are like, Rob, I think you actually are going out looking for pregnant women. No, that's not what I do. No. But the easy and the quick answer is this. The pussy is better. Yeah, depends on who it is. You ain't really got to strap up.
Yeah.
And
she been to the doctor and been tested. She knows she clean.
Right. Those are questions.
As of the day of testing.
The pussy is way better. A lot of times you ain't got to put on a condom, and their sex drive is through the roof.
But you don't know this upon seeing them. When you see them, you don't know this.
That's very true. I mean, you gotta get to know them and shit. I mean, damn, do niggas just see pregnant bitches and be like, all right, I want to fuck her because she's pregnant?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, man. I mean, like I said.
He ain't the only one on the channel. Hey, y'all.
What's up, man?
What's up? I enjoy pregnant pussy. It's excellent.
I mean, I think. I mean, I don't know for sure. But I think, you know, we if a lot of us are in search of godliness, or, you know, trying to find, you know, some meaning of life. And, you know, when you see that woman carrying that baby, I mean, maybe it's something that they're drawn to. That's, you know, because I mean, she pretty much close to God at that point. Yeah, she about to bring a life into this world. Yeah. So maybe it's the essence of that's making them attractive. Me personally, I've never been attracted to them, you know, like that, other than if they was my baby mama or some shit like that.
Right.
But I didn't know that was a thing, though. I can think maybe they ain't got to worry about the pullout game.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is very convenient. You can shoot the club up.
All right, and
you can feed the baby, you know.
That's the reason
send all them kids into the
shoot
street.
The club up. So it's very, very simple. Now, again, at the time when I was doing that, I wasn't going out my way to like, okay, I gotta find me a pregnant bitch. I gotta find me a pregnant chick. No, it wasn't that. It just, I end up meeting some pregnant chicks, and hell, it got, you know, I enjoyed myself. They enjoyed themselves. So
if that's the case, then why do pregnant women get dragged across social media and anywhere else about being sexually active while she's pregnant with another person's baby?
Oh, damn, men drag women for that?
What? Yes. I mean, but you know what?
I'll be missing that, and I don't see that.
I didn't know that.
I guess it's a moral thing. I guess if you're pregnant with another man's kid, I guess a lot of people don't think you should be having sex with another man while you're pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
What it's gonna hurt? It ain't gonna hurt the baby.
Right.
Like I said, it's a moral thing. Not that it's gonna hurt anything.
Oh,
you
so
know what I'm saying? It just don't even come across as something right. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I like pregnant pussy, man. I enjoy it.
Say what?
I said, so morally, if I'm pregnant with his child, is he not gonna sleep with anybody?
Well, see, it did what this about.
I'm just asking. I just.
I hope not.
Because usually if a woman pregnant, she in a relationship, probably.
Where you been at?
I mean, I say usually. I didn't say instances that it wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
90% of the women pregnant right now don't have zero dealings with their baby daddy.
Oh no, that's just kind of high.
That's way high.
Y'all see
how many? Me and you be alike on a lot of things, but that number is kind of high.
It is.
You said 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. You done been in, and you done thought the girl was pregnant, and it was just a situationship, and y'all wouldn't have been in had she been pregnant.
Say that one more time.
How many situationships have you been in where you thought the girl could have possibly been pregnant, but y'all have absolutely no ties? So even if she had been pregnant, there would have been zero ties but that baby. Come on.
And you gonna have some of my male viewers upset they can't see you.
I'm over here in the dark.
Yeah, and what's up now? Damn, I ain't been on this bitch in a month now. Goddamn, you show your face, honey.
I'm gonna have to go outside because the lights off, y'all. It's dark in my house. I got these blackout curtains, and somebody.
What you on the computer?
I'm on my phone.
Look at my house. It's dark here too. Look, I ain't got a light on.
Ain't you got a camera on a light on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
He talking about that Ring TikTok like.
I don't need none
that motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
Listen, Rob, I'm doing the best I can.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying my view. It ain't me, and
listen, they need to follow me. They need to follow me if they want to see me so bad.
they probably already following you.
That's for the action at on the page. The action ain't on the podcast.
They probably.
I ain't gonna lie now. I ain't never really seen you, but your face down. I mean, I only seen you with your face up. But for some reason, you seem to tend to strike me as a thick young lady.
Definitely daddy.
Say what?
Daddy.
What?
She's most definitely a baddie. She is.
Oh.
I is her.
She say she is her, and her is
okay. I got you.
What's this? You strike me as a thick young lady.
I am. And I am.
Man, what's your name then? What name?
So, Ann, you ain't seen Ann picture yet?
Nah. I've seen her face. I've never seen, I don't be on that social media shit. I ain't on none of that shit.
I stalked Ann page for a little hot second.
Woo-wee, what you seen? I hope I was on my I'm typically not, but
I
did it respectfully because I know you got a man, so I did it respectfully.
Oh, I keep forgetting, Ann, you got a man. Damn, I probably shouldn't even ask that.
Harder than y'all do, don't worry.
How you know Ann got a man? You ain't never seen Ann, but you know Ann got a man.
No, she talked about it.
She talked about it. Yeah. Oh, all right. Not to change the subject, but like, did y'all hear about Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey breaking up, and the reason why? Everybody. That was everybody black. That was Black Twitter's favorite couple, and they blew.
Really,
Michael B. Jordan apparently was ready to settle down, and she was not.
Lori Harvey?
Lori Harvey, and she wants to be young and free. So Michael B. Jordan moved on.
Push it in the March of Dimes.
He wanted to make an honest woman out of her.
He loved the March of Dimes, baby, because he was all in.
Yeah. Now, social media is kind of dragging Lori Harvey. I mean, you love who you love. You can't make the woman settle down with her.
The men are dragging Lori Harvey.
So you're right. The men are. You're right. But let me tell you something. I'm not gonna drag her for that. But we better not hear nothing about her 10 years from now talking about ain't no good men out here or talking about how somebody did a man that did her bad. We ain't gonna want to hear that. We ain't gonna want to hear it.
And don't want to make that decision right now in the next 10 years when she's 35 and ready to settle down. She can't say that.
Yeah, she can't say there ain't no good men out here.
And she will.
Can't say it.
It's officially over for the power.
I just wouldn't have wifed her
because ET 25-year-old Lori and 35-year-old Michael were at different stages in their lives. The two of them are trying to move on, but they're both heartbroken and upset.
Oh yeah, this nigga was head over heels with this bitch money.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
About sharing their love and packing on the PDA on Instagram. But Lori has since deleted all old photos with the Black Panther actor from her page. Since news broke of the romance ending, it seems like the pair is leaning on their pals for support. Here's Lori catching up with her pal Justine Skye at a baby shower over the weekend, appearing to be in good spirits while posing with mom-to-be.
They go a pregnant chick. Hey, hey.
Guy for Michael, but he appears to have different energy. An eyewitness tells ET the actor attended Game 2 of the NBA Championship Series looking, quote, a little sad and unenthusiastic.
Damn.
Our source adds he didn't mingle or take photos. Instead, he spent the night chilling with Corday. He spoke to the Golden State Warrior general manager, Bob Myers, and said hi to G-Eazy. What we'll miss most about the stunning couple? That undeniable chemistry.
Who gonna miss that?
Why?
Who gonna miss it?
Michael told ET that fun energy is something that attracted him to Lori in the first place.
What does Michael B. Jordan find very sexy?
I think a sense of humor. Mm-hmm. I think, the ability to laugh, that infectious feeling, I think is really, really sexy. So a smile, a nice smile and a laugh and a sense of humor is
Tonio, Tonio, but I don't see
why you found who you found in, because she has all of those things.
All of those things.
Absolutely.
She's actually very funny. A lot of people don't know that about her.
Is she?
Yeah, she's really funny.
That's cap.
The split news sent the internet into a frenzy with fans weighing in all over on social media.
I think I'm a pretty lovable guy, actually.
Even Lori's dad, Steve Harvey, addressed the breakup on his radio show, saying he's Team Lori 1,000%. Still, Steve says that Michael is a cool guy and people break up all the time. And when he spoke to ET last year, he made it clear he's a big MBJ fan.
This guy is not a representative. He is genuinely who he looks like he is. I mean, like, it threw me off at first because he was so kind. I figured, okay, this is the game, right? But it wasn't, man. This dude was sincere, and he's proven to be a really, really good guy, man. I mean, look, I'm pulling for him. I'm pulling for them.
He pulling for him.
Who's missing that chemistry though?
Right.
Who are they speaking about?
My ex, I damn sure ain't missing that chemistry.
Tonio, I don't know who Tonio is, but I don't see your video. Or maybe you over there in the dog with. Maybe you over there with.
Shit, Ann over there living like a motherfucking vampire. Turn the motherfucking lights on.
You know what? I'm gonna go outside.
You see Ann and Antonio and the dog.
Turn on the lights.
And whoever E is, I don't see your video. But back to Michael B. Jordan. I didn't know they said it was a power couple.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
What is she known for?
I don't know about Lori.
What does she do?
Yeah, she's
a model or something.
She mostly known as
Instagram model.
Is she a model? I don't know what she is. Like, what does she do for a living?
That was one of the stories that Michael was trying to push her to find a career, something besides being like an Instagram model, and she didn't want to do that.
Oh, she an Instagram model. The motherfucker getting paid, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
Riding around in double R's, nigga.
You're right. Especially if they got OnlyFans.
Everybody out there listening, watching, this is Open Mic Tuesday, whatever's on your mind. So y'all type a question, we're gonna chop it up. That's how we're gonna do today.
Man, bottom line, this is what it is, man. It's rare. Not nice guys don't win, dude. Nice guy, only the asshole dudes win. Those dudes that treat women terribly, talk bad.
You see that as a loss?
got 100,000 neck tattoos. Those dudes be winning.
But you see that as a loss for him?
Hell no. Hell no.
I don't know. She dated a lot of dudes.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a loss for him because he's Michael B. Jordan. He's rich and famous. He can get. I wouldn't say he can get any chick he want, but within reason, he can probably get about any chick he want. So, and it's not like Lloyd Harvey was bringing a lot.
But see, bro, about getting anything you want. Sometimes you want who you want, man.
That's true.
And
that's true.
In that sense, I guess he losing. But
Lord,
like I said, he can get any woman pretty much he want, you know.
Lord resume, I don't think it's that much of a problem because like Serena Williams had a long resume. She dated a lot of dudes, and she was still. I mean, some dudes kind of drug her a little bit, but she was still a catch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
The only nigga she said drug her was motherfucking Drake. Because he cheated on her. Now,
so she kind of like what her name is saying Superhead is too big of a stretch. BT.
Man, I don't put them in the same category at all. No, not even close.
But what I'm saying is, Lloyd Harvey. I mean, she's not known for anything special. She ain't got no career. Serena Williams got a career. She's going down in history as one of the best female athletes
all time. Yeah.
Female, one of the best athletes of all time.
Period.
It's kind of hard for, if you're going with Serena, you'd be like, well, I mean, there's not another Serena on the next block. There's another Lloyd Harvey. There's probably a million Lloyd Harveys out there.
Yeah, you would think there is a million Lloyd Harveys out there. But we don't see.
That's like Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Right.
If he break up with Beyonce, bro, where you gonna go next, nigga? How you gonna top Beyonce, nigga?
Whoever is, go out and try it again. I see you.
Oh, they go Aaron right there. Aaron, what's up, baby?
Ooh, hey y'all. Y'all gotta be outside. Come on now.
And so what's it? Somebody knocked the power out there?
Somebody hit the pole coming in as soon as you come in apartments.
Oh, boy, I thought you was trying to chill and get into your Zen mode.
I got a whole ain't no
you gonna be P-Valley tonight.
It's on record. I have to watch everything once the kid leave.
I be trying to case that shit out.
What you trying to case out, Drew?
Nothing.
All right, okay. Tonyo, what's up, man?
What's up, Doc?
He must be on the same Wi-Fi I'm on.
What to do, man? Anything go Tuesday, open mic Tuesday, man. Whatever's on your mind, then what we gonna chop up, my brother. You know what I'm saying? We just got through talking about Laura Harvey and Michael B. Jordan.
Shout out to Lori.
Shout out to Lori. You ain't got that to say about that, do you? Hey, what's up?
Who, me? What I
got? Tony. Huh? You can barely hear me. Ain't nothing wrong with me. It's something wrong with you.
Damn, Sinbad Daddy, we can't hear you, nigga.
You don't say that.
Turn it up.
All right, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
What you ride home or something, man?
Nah, I'm chilling at the park, bro. I decided to pop in on you.
What park you be chilling at? You don't come hang with the homies. You don't come hang with the homies at the park.
Man, y'all ain't doing nothing but drinking.
That's right. That's what you supposed to do at the park. What you supposed to do at the park?
The everyday poopy show.
Period. One shot.
Supposed to be looking for some pregnant women, I heard.
Oh, you want to talk about the pregnant women? You want to talk about the pregnant women? Why
no,
you
like pregnant looking for some pregnant women at the park.
Oh,
you gotta get that walking in.
Nah,
you're gonna find some women who want to get pregnant at the park.
Pregnant women coming on cool days. It's too hot out here today.
It's real muggy
question
today.
from anyway?
It's muggy.
That's what I thought.
My friends always, we always have conversations about men trying to talk to us while we pregnant. So it was just a question.
Pregnant pussy is excellent.
But my thing is, listen, you gonna come around this way, you're gonna have to get cribs and pampers and all that good stuff. So I mean, as long as you ready, I'm ready.
Shit, hey, but listen, as long as nigga got a subscription to Groupon, bitch, we in the game.
Do whatever I don't care where they come from. I don't care how they get here.
Okay, let's jump over to this. They say it's a mass shooting epidemic, man.
Yeah.
Like that.
I don't want to talk about it.
Begin with the growing epidemic of gun violence that spread across 10 states with more than a dozen mass shootings since Friday. At least 7 people were killed and nearly 70 others injured in shootings from Philadelphia to Chattanooga, from Grand Rapids, Michigan to Somerton, South Carolina. The rise in gun violence and mass shootings seems to be impacting every community across the country. There have been 246 mass shootings so far in just this year.
Damn.
It's the 157th day of the year. In the last month, shootings have taken place at churches, grocery stores, doctors' offices, and elementary schools. According to the Gun Violence Archive, more than 700 children under the age of 18 have been killed by firearms so far this year.
Oh, my God.
This follows data from the CDC showing that for the first time in history, firearms were the leading cause of death for children in the U.S. in 2020. So when will Congress and lawmakers do something about that?
My Lord.
We talked to a surgeon tonight who says this is now a public health crisis. CBS's Jerika Duncan will start us off tonight from Philadelphia. Good evening, Jerika.
And Nora, as you can hear behind me, people are simply fed up with the gun violence here in Philadelphia. It was just this past Saturday that hundreds of people were gathered here along South Street, a very popular section of the city, when the shooting broke out. Well, today we learned that police have made one arrest. And as with many shootings we've covered in the past, we're hearing more calls for action, more worry about the future. What started in Philadelphia as a confrontation with words quickly turned physical, then deadly. The gunfire, the screaming, the panic ended with 3 people dead and 11 others injured. It was just one of several mass shootings this weekend. Philadelphia's District Attorney Larry Krasner calls what's happening in his city heartbreaking.
We want to get it right. We want to do justice. We want people who do terrible crimes to be accountable.
When you and other leaders talk about acting and not just talking, what does that entail? What does that mean?
It means we need long-term solutions. We need a real investment in prevention because it is young people killing young people. We need legislation that will actually make this country safer.
It's a country more recently awash in shootings. In Chicago, which leads the U.S. in gun violence, at least 32 people were shot and 5 people were killed. In Tennessee, gunfire outside a nightclub claimed the lives of 2 people while 14 others were wounded. Some residents now wondering whether it will ever be safe to go out again.
Many people right now are feeling unsafe and concerned about our welfare and about the safety of our neighborhood.
In South Carolina and Texas, shootings at graduation parties killed 1 person and injured a dozen others, including a 12-year-old.
It's definitely getting worse.
Jessica Beard is a Philadelphia trauma surgeon and gun violence researcher.
Law enforcement responds to gun violence. They aren't the solution or the prevention. Things need to change in that we approach gun violence as a public health problem with the goal to prevent it.
Authorities say 2 of the men involved in the shooting here in Philadelphia had permits to carry
What?
What do you think, man? Y'all think we're in an epidemic or something?
So with them changing the laws in Alabama and changing the gun laws in Georgia, is that going to help or hurt this situation?
Well, it can't do nothing. The more guns you put out there, it can't do them to get worse, I think.
You think so? Some people think it should get better because more people would be able, because, they passed a law in Alabama and Georgia where you can just buy a gun and you can just put it in your pocket and walk out. You ain't got to have no concealed weapons carried no more. You don't have to have none of that shit in Georgia anymore.
It's like that in Texas too.
For real?
How y'all doing? Good.
Yeah, they passed that in Texas like 3 months ago.
Yeah, they passed it in Alabama about 3 months ago, and they passed it in Georgia.
And we see what happened in Uvalde, you know, with the kids. I mean, good guys with guns don't stop bad guys with guns.
You don't think so?
They really don't.
You don't think so?
No, I think when it go down, man, they're more likely to shoot an innocent person than to actually shoot the perpetrator.
I think
think they're gonna turn
I think if more people had guns in a lot of these fucked up situations, I do think that they would try to shoot the assailant. And a lot of times, well, I wouldn't say a lot, there's gonna be some times where the assailant is gonna get shot and killed.
You know what? I would agree with that, Dro, but most of these mass shooting people are catching people in vulnerable situations where they don't have access to a weapon or they wouldn't have their weapon on them. For instance, me and my boyfriend went to a nightclub it wasn't even a nightclub. It's this little place called the Painted Duck. And he's like, "Oh, baby, we can't take our gun in there." Who can't? You think because it's a bunch of white folks in here that we don't need to take our gun? You out your goddamn mind. I'm definitely taking my gun in here. You out your mind. Had anything jumped off in his mind, he's thinking, "Oh, well, this is a place. This is safe. It's full of. You got me fucked up. I'm going to have my weapon, sir." All right, no, I don't want to be caught, you know, where I'm supposed to be in a chill situation and it don't become chill.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and you know what, man? And a lot of these situations, the dude with an AR-15, cops don't want to go up against that dude. And we've seen we saw it in at Parkland, and we saw it in Uvalde, and a couple other places where the cops were hesitant to go in after the dude because they know they outgunned by a dude with an AR-15.
I'm not going in.
So if you're a cop, you scared. What you think a regular civilian gonna do?
Listen, I'm only trying to protect me. You're never gonna see me on the news as being a hero that ran in. And you're never gonna see that about me. You're gonna see she ran in and got her kids and took off. That's all you're gonna see. I'm not going back in for the rest of them people kids. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not going in there about their grandmama. I'm not doing it. Now, if they latch on to me on my way out, we're good.
But on my way out, if I can help somebody on my way out, I'm definitely gonna try to.
That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. So it won't be me. I refuse to be the hero because, like you just said, the heroes don't win.
Yep.
I don't want to be on a T-shirt and everybody saying, "Oh my God, we thank God for what she did."
Right.
I'll tell you, man. People watch too much John Wick and think that you're gonna turn into John Wick when it go down. Man, you can't. It's not like that, man. You more likely to shoot yourself than to shoot the real dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so the best answer is to cut down access to weapons. Make it harder for people to get weapons.
You know what? That's always going to be. I just think as far as humankind, we just need to be more diligent. We need to cut down on the distractions while we out and about, the things that we're doing, the phones and needing to record everything. Like, you need to be vigilant when things are going on, paying attention to our surroundings.
Having their head on the swivel, nigga.
But see, ain't that part of going to the Painted Duck? You want to get away from stuff. You want to go out.
There's
and
no such thing as getting away from it. Like, yes, I want to have fun. Yes, I want to enjoy myself, but I'm not going to be belligerent and not understand what kind of world I live in. Yes, I want to have fun, but the carefree fun days are over.
But you can't be out bowling. You about to roll the ball. You're looking around like this. You know what I'm saying? You gonna let your guard down. That's just human nature.
No, I'm not saying go out and you can't do anything. All I'm saying is, for us, all of us, we are on Snapchat, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. We want to update our locations. We want to do everything but enjoy the time that's right in front of us. If these people outside were enjoying what was going on in front of them opposed to being in phones, I guarantee you they'll pick up so much more. But myself included, when we're out, we're focused on phones. When I'm out, I'm focused on my toddler trying to get away from me. Me and my surroundings is the last thing that's going on.
Oh shit.
Now ask yourself, what if people was dying in car accidents on a rate going up like 50%? What would we do? We would if car crashes went up 50% over like a 2-year period.
We would make the production of cars.
Exactly. I mean, we make regulation for your licenses to go up. Well, we need to start testing people, give people refreshing courses, defensive driving. Now everybody got to renew their license every year instead of every 5 years.
6 years.
That's what we asking to do with guns. We're not trying to take away guns, make it more difficult. Don't let 18-year-olds on their 18th birthday go out and get guns. We done seen that twice this year. Dudes went out on their 18th birthday and got AR-15s. You know, so
you know what,
we
BT,
just
I
seen
hear
it.
you, but where there's a will, there's a way. The
You're
thing
right.
is, you're saying that with those cars, but 50% of the people on the road ain't got no license, so they could give a damn about any of that.
You're right about that. You're definitely right about that. But if you make it more difficult, you put in more. If you regulate it more, at least you'll cut it down. It's not a complete answer. There's never going to be
because the crooks get like the smarter
person.
we get, the smarter the crooks get. They don't decide to say, you know what, let me be on the right side of things since I have so much knowledge. They take the knowledge that they have and they use it against us to do more evil and more evil. So it's not like, no matter how savvy we get, they're going to beat our plan. That's what they are made for. They get up in the morning and they study how to beat the right plan.
But this is only a problem in this country. In Australia, they had a mass shooting in like '96, and they got rid of assault weapons, and then they haven't had none since. In Canada, that shit don't go down. In Japan, it don't go down. In Europe, it just doesn't happen. It happens here, only here, because we're the
but a
only
lot of the other
only
things that
country
go on
that's
here
run
don't go
by a
on
gun
nowhere
library.
else. Exactly. I mean, our country is the only one that just is upside down regardless,
Right.
which is why
You're
majority
right.
of the things go on here and don't go on nowhere else. I mean, I always say I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm very much a realist. I just don't see it going nowhere. I think it'll be this way until the end of time.
But just because criminals gonna keep trying to find a way, that don't mean don't do nothing.
No, I'm not saying don't do nothing.
It's just like drug dealer. It's like a drug dealer gonna always find a way to sell his dope. But that don't mean
I'm arming myself, nigga.
That don't mean you make it legal. You know what I'm saying?
I'm arming myself. Fuck all that.
You have to try to put something to discourage people from doing it. That's all we saying.
You motherfucking
bull. See, it'll discourage a person like me who's scared to go to jail, but it's not going to discourage a 5-time felon. Right. It's not going to discourage them, but me, scary me, who ain't going to jail, who ain't taking her lashes off. Absolutely, I heard what they said.
But it might discourage an 18-year-old on his 18th birthday going in, willy-nilly getting the store. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now he might still get it. Now he might still get it from somebody, but he ain't just willy-nilly going buy it on his own without any adult supervision or something like that. Somebody who gonna know, okay, I know he got a gun. His parents said they didn't know he had a gun, which I think was a lie, but
right.
Of course, they don't want to admit to it now because they don't want to hold any type of liability to it.
Right, and making a champion out of Kyle, like Kyle Rittenhouse, that don't help at all. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous on how conservatives put that kid on a pedestal like he's some sort of hero or some shit.
Boo, what's your thoughts, brother?
Hold on.
Shootings.
I said, what's your thoughts?
You said, what's my thoughts on these planned mass shootings?
I stress the word phone by the AC.
Nah, I can't really hear y'all. I got y'all on Bluetooth, and if I switch it back, I can't hear you. Y'all audio is low.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
I don't know what the hell.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
I can barely hear y'all. It's super low.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you good.
Wait a minute. Hold up 1 second.
Ryan, what you smoking, a cigar?
Yeah. It's like a little mini cigar.
Like them Cubans or something? Oh, okay.
Hello?
There's so much going on out here.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Okay.
How you doing, neighbor?
I mean, y'all still kind of low, but did you ask me my opinion on these planned mass shootings?
I was asking on your thoughts on what we're talking about.
I mean, I stress that planned mass shootings because number one, the Democrats ain't got nothing to run on, so they really gonna push the gun laws and all that other BS. But at this point, it's like, as usual, nothing's gonna change. And I don't know if y'all talked about it, but that shooting that happened in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Did y'all happen to know that dude that they propped up or whatever, the black dude that he actually built a hydrogen car running on water? He just happened to be one of the people killed.
He did what?
The mass shooting that happened in Buffalo.
Yeah.
The security guard that they talked about created a car that runs on water.
What?
Exactly. I'll send you the story. So he just happens to be one of the people that was killed randomly. So that's not a motherfucking coincidence, because the last couple of people that created cars like that, they're dead too. That's what I'm saying. Like, they make it so obvious that it's crazy. I would say, Rob, I would gladly send you the story. I mean, you look at
I read that, sir. I know what you're talking about. But
this is my point. My point is, something like that is major, because who does that affect? That's going to affect the car industry. So for them to do something like this, to mask that particular person right there, it's not nothing out of the ordinary. They constantly do the same. I said this before. It's the same script. They do the same shit. People
Why
are
not?
up in arms now about the mass shootings or whatever.
Why not poison his 2-piece and a biscuit from Popeyes? Why kill a dozen 60-year-old people to kill him?
Because once again, as we well know with this government, they will gladly kill a bunch of people to save themselves. They don't care about killing a bunch of people to make sure he's gone. That's not nothing out of the ordinary. It's the same script. That's war tactics right there.
The children in Texas too, right?
Hey,
Why would once again, why would they care? Please tell me why the government cares. Show me how the government cares about people. I'll wait. They don't care.
I agree. I agree with you that they don't care, but not caring and plotting out a mass shooting. Those are two different animals.
Fam, once again, and I'm gonna say this. And I constantly say the same shit. The government of the United States admitted in court that they killed Dr. King. The receipts are there.
Yeah.
If we know that, why will we trust them in any kind of way? It's proven they don't give a fuck about people, not just us. They don't care about people. The same way they killed JFK, their savior and shit like that, because he was planning on shutting down the Federal Reserve. It doesn't matter. This country, we live in a corporation. They care about money. Point blank, period, end of story.
Yeah.
So since we know that, we have to accept the fact that they're going to constantly keep doing shit to keep you distracted from what they normally do. That's all. That's why it's not about getting upset about it. I don't put no energy into it, because they constantly do the same thing over and over and over again. The same way we know that this country, as far as the history of it, they don't care about women. They never cared about their women. So why would you think they care about women's rights? They don't give a fuck, because they're doing their best to turn dudes into women.
They
Come on now. That's what I'm like. Why? Why give it any energy?
I'll give you some of that, but my take is I think they're making the conditions right for stuff to happen. I don't think they're planning it. I think like making like all these gun laws, like making it easier for you to access a gun.
Okay.
So
Rob, I want you to do
what community would that hurt the most? If guns are easily accessible.
Rob, I want you to do me a favor.
I don't think you got some guy sitting in the room. Okay, there's a guy over there who's planning to
Rob, please. I beg of you. Robert Stafford, I beg of you, please. And the book is not long. Read the book, The Art of War. If you read that book, you'll be like, oh shit, okay, this is what they're doing. That's all you got to do. The book is this thick. It's not big. Read that book. It will change your perspective of what's going on. They constantly, my man, they don't do things randomly. It's never random. There is a plan. Since it's a plan, they plan shit out. Just like I said a few weeks ago before I left Georgia. All they do is give you a new distraction every single week. That way you forget about the other one. In this instance, they want to keep people.
Like I said, fool. I'm not. I think some of the stuff you're saying is cool, but I think my conspiracy theory is population control. They want all these guns. They want to pump as many guns out as they can because they know angry people gonna use them. And they keep saying a good guy with a gun can stop a bad guy. A good guy with a gun gonna kill another good guy with a gun in an argument. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to look at what's going on around the world. Part of the reason why things happen in other countries is because they have banned guns. They don't allow their citizens to have guns. If that shit went down in the United States, we would be in the same boat. That's the only thing saving us. It's because they got a bunch of people in their house. They don't know what the fuck they got. And I'm being dead honest with that shit.
The government that's scared. The government that's armed with tanks and drones ain't scared of Bubba and his arsenal of guns in his shed.
Once again, but okay, based on what you just said, they know they can't move like that in this country because they need us to make the country work. So they're not going to be moving tanks and all that other shit. Because if they do that, then people can be like, I'm not fucking with you like that. They have to keep the balance when you got people like me that don't fuck with the government, and you got people like other people out there that kiss their ass and they conform and comply to every goddamn thing. That's where the shit is. They know they have to keep that balance. And that's where they fighting right now because a lot of people are waking the fuck up. A lot of people are waking the fuck up, period. And the more that happens, the weaker they get.
Kirsten, you got a smile on your face. What you smiling about?
No, I was laughing because the way he be saying it be funny, but you know, it is definitely true. I feel him where he coming from. Like, you know.
Excuse me, Kirsten, I don't mean to cut you off. For the people on the panel, and for anybody that's watching the show, I'm begging you, stop putting your onus and your trust in people who don't give a fuck about you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I've been on that shit.
Do your best to become more self-sufficient as much as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And stop putting your trust in people who don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Why would I listen to people that don't care about me, but I disregard people who love me? That's stupid. That's ass backwards. Why would I sit here and hold up? Why would I listen to somebody telling me about my health that don't give a fuck about my health, but I'm going to disregard what Kirsten is talking about, but none of her kids get sick? That's not logical. That doesn't make any sense.
That's where
I'm coming from.
I get where you're coming from, but I don't think it's people sitting in the room like they making up plays like a football play or something like that. I think it's like bait. You ever seen it? Everything's so bait car where they leave a Mercedes Benz in the hood, and they leave the car running with the keys in it. They set the conditions for it to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They don't make you get in the car. They leave it. They make it appetizing for you to get in that car. They make it nice. They make it all nice. A Mercedes Benz in the hood with the car running. You know what I'm saying? They can't make you get in that car.
I think that's the case for some situations. But when we are talking about mass shootings, how I look at them, if they are real, they are human sacrifices.
Thank you.
That's
what I think about.
But you feel what I'm saying though? So listen. With the bait car. So what governor do? The governor here do? He made it easier for you to get a gun. Now you don't have to get a background check. You don't need this. You don't need that. So what people gonna do? They gonna go out and get more guns.
Yeah.
But that's only certain people. Like everybody, you know, everybody don't think like that. That's only certain people. Like you guessing is to put this in this way, unless you're standing up for somebody who you know gonna go the route you want them to go. Like there's everything is not people are starting to wake up and move differently. I can't say that. Even like the worst of the worst can change. I would say, you know, like people, even mass murderers, like they can change. Anybody's heart can change at any moment, but there are a lot of things that is misunderstood about the news. And also, if you do
Can
pay
y'all hear me?
attention, every so often, every couple of years, when there are mass shootings, they always come back to back to back. And it's always in the summertime, never in the winter. Like, you got to pay attention. It's certain things that's happening and why they happen at certain times. That's important.
You know what? Y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm forever going against the grain. But more research I'm doing, the more I can definitely understand where Kirsten and Fu is coming from. I think that it's just hard for humankind to believe that people would sacrifice children. But once you understand, pretty much like Fu is saying, that they could give a damn about the kids, the babies, the women, any of that. You know, they don't matter. They're just things at this point. I can't understand that whole sacrifice thing. It's something I'm still wrapping my brain around, but I definitely can understand how that could happen, how that could be true.
And I do think that a piece of it, I think that a piece of it does have something to do with like these crazy gun laws, because I mean, I don't live in Georgia, but I got a lot of family in Georgia. So many of my family members called me when they passed that law. Nigga, everybody's buying guns in Georgia.
Everybody's buying, and they know this.
Everybody buying.
So in a sense, Fu right, but the way they're doing it, they're leaving it up to the public to decide. You know what I'm saying? To make that choice. So we gonna.
They understand for the last 100 years that the world is overpopulated. They keep bringing that shit up.
I want to address what Rob said. I want to address what Rob said about he don't think that it's a group of people that are sitting around making certain decisions. I want to, when I frame this, I think you'll get exactly where I'm coming from. There is a reason why 5% of the population has 95% of the wealth. I want you to think about that. 5% of people have 95% of the wealth. And 95% of the people, we pretty much run the economy as far as the way it moves and things like that. But we don't make up the wealth that they have. Think about that. That means that 5% of people, they control what goes on. They're the ones that are the fucking puppet master. That's what you have to understand. Those are the motherfuckers behind the scenes making a bunch of decisions. So yes, it happens all the goddamn time. All the time. But what's going on right now is you got people in that 5%, they're in conflict with each other. Everybody's not on the same page. So once again, if they're going like this to a certain extent, they have to keep you distracted on what's really going on. That's what you really got to understand. That shit is major. It's really, really major. And it's always been like that. This is not anything new. There's a reason why, I mean, shit, if you really want to put shit into perspective, Queen Elizabeth is she was the queen bee of everything. Everything that was going on, all the money that was made, all that shit, that was coming from England, yo. But that's also a conversation that people don't have because most people don't know that. That's why they all. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say, also keep in mind, you are talking about people who are willing to kill their own children. Like if you ain't doing something in the family line, and they done knocked off their own children. So what make you think they would care about you? Like their own children, their own family members.
I think some of it, what y'all saying, is a stretch. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I think they just set conditions right for you to do it. It's like when you walk in the grocery store. What's the first thing you see? You don't see the fruits and vegetable first. You see the potato chips and cookies and stuff right when you walk in. So
let me say,
they try to entice you to get that first.
But why would it be so far-fetched when those people train their people to get in planes and go kill themselves inside buildings?
Mm-hmm. And also everything
Allegedly.
is hidden in plain sight. Like these shows and stuff, especially what they got on TV now. they really be having a lot of hidden information, like really showing you and telling you how they set stuff up. Like I don't know if any of y'all looked at Blacklist.
Yep, that's my favorite show. One of my favorites.
I love Blacklist. Red is a
Blacklist is
motherfucking
pretty
genius.
good.
I swear he my best friend in my head. But like me looking at that show, I realized a lot of stuff. I'm like, oh, this shit be like that for real. Cause some people, political people, will set up a distraction or commotion over here so that they can do something else over here. And it's very interesting. And I'm like, oh, I'm convinced. I know shit like that be happening for real.
They don't just like a lot of things that we see as far as movies, TV, certain things like that. It's not, those stories don't come out of just somebody's head. It's really happening, but they have to make you believe it's so far-fetched that it can't be real. That's where cats just gotta wake up. And all I want for people to say to themselves is, what if it's real? That's where you got to get to. Stop saying, nah, it's impossible. What if? People don't even want to get to that point because they have such strong conviction that these people actually care about them. Like, if you want to put certain things into perspective, they sent more money to Ukraine than they've sent to fucking cities in this country. That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Like, seriously? You sending aid to these motherfuckers, and it's people over here hungry and homeless.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always been like that. It's always been like that. Where they always want to help so many other people, but they don't want to help. They want to look so good to everybody around the world. Fuck that. In order for anybody to be right, you got to take care of yourself first. That means you got to take care of home first. You don't go helping everybody else. Come on now. You can't be good for anybody else if you're not good for yourself.
Definitely.
It's impossible.
So Trump was right for us.
See, the fact that if you really even talking about 45, the main thing with him was he was kind of telling you got to take care of yourself. The fuck? That's not a bad thing. I don't fuck with him. I tell everybody that. But certain shit that was said, certain shit that was done, it was right. Now, once again, a fucking broke clock is right twice a fucking day. It's a fact. You ain't got to be... Think about any president we've had. None of them motherfuckers been on point all the time, and most of them been fucked up most of the time. It's a fact. Fuck the party shit. What the fuck was they actually doing? God, I don't know. Look, don't nobody come to New Jersey. Gas is $5 a gallon. Just so y'all know. It's a solid $5.
Well, it ain't but like 10% higher then.
Nah, my wifey told me down there it's $4.19.
Well, that's just for regular.
Shit, that's all I'm getting is motherfucking regular. I ain't doing that other shit.
Yeah, I'm paying that high shit. I got my beans. That shit costs a lot.
You say Trump before himself, so like the politicrat.
No, man. Yeah, but
Trump, I ain't gonna lie. If Trump run now, I can't say I'll vote against him. I can't. Given what Biden is doing, I can't say I'll vote against him. I ain't saying I'll vote
what
for him.
What is Biden doing?
Nothing. Exactly.
I mean that's because you expected him to change the world for black folks. Shit wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't gonna happen.
Also,
I mean, he not wired that way.
So why lie about it then? Don't tell us you're gonna do something.
Actually, think about what he promised.
He ain't did nothing for white folks.
He didn't promise nothing. He didn't promise nothing.
He ain't did nothing for white folks, nothing but the white folks in Ukraine.
All right. I mean, like, here's the difference. If Trump was in office, we wouldn't have Ketanji Brown Jackson in the Supreme Court. We wouldn't have. Not to say that's a bonus or anything. Not to say that's a bonus or anything.
That was cute. It was inspirational. But what
the Russia-Ukraine war, it would be on the verge of World War III right there.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
No, it
yeah.
wouldn't.
I think either by omission or some stupid commission that he done that he would have done. Okay, that and guess what? I mean, gas prices would still be where they at. You know,
nope.
I mean, yeah, they are because Biden done released. He's releasing $1 million barrels a day from the reserve, from the special reserve, and it's still not making it going down because that tells you that's nothing but corporate greed making it go up. That's all it is. I mean, Biden is releasing, and he's giving oil companies, he's giving them free reign on the leases to use them or lose them. So the oil companies, they just cashing in. That's what that's all about.
So
everything is going up. Milk is fucking $4. You know, I mean,
based on what you just said, since Biden want to help the people so much, and the government wants to help the people so much, where's the bill against gas price gouging?
It passed with no Republican help. None.
No,
it passed
no.
2 weeks ago. It passed 2 weeks ago.
How did it affect us?
It hasn't been. It's going through the chain. It passed. It passed through the House and it passed through the Senate. Every Republican voted. Damn near every Republican except for 10 voted against it. But it still got through. It still got through. It's happening. It's not. We're not going to see the effects of it until like September.
Fool, y'all still got full service up there?
It's one of the only spots where you don't pump your own gas. It's always been like that.
I ain't seen a full service gas station in a long time.
Yeah, it's gonna take time, but it's going through. I think I took a screenshot of the picture.
But that ain't what we want, man.
Well, I want to say something too. I want to bring, this is off topic, but I want everyone to be aware. So
hey, this is whatever's on your mind. Whatever's on your mind too. So go ahead, sister.
Yeah, pay attention to the weather.
Yep.
Pay close attention to the weather. Look up at the sky every day, multiple times a day. That'll tell you a lot about what's happening and what's going on. Pay attention. Pay attention. Keep your eyes open. Pay attention.
And based on what Kirsten said, this is for anybody else that they don't want to believe anything. Look up something called the HARP machine. That's all I'm gonna say. Look it up yourself. When I got up here to Jersey, it was 77, 78, then it was 96, 92, and it dropped back down in the 70s. That does not happen up here. I lived in New Jersey my entire life. That is abnormal. Along with the fact that summertime is different, but in the wintertime, the temperature has never been the same in Georgia and New Jersey. It don't go down like that. It is not. It don't go down like that. She's absolutely right. You have to pay attention to things like that. But on the flip side, which is good, we have a group of people that want to play God. This is the problem. They want to play God. Since they want to play God, they're going to get punished. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of when the shit is going to happen, because that's also a problem. If you look at a lot of the stuff that's going on, it goes against universal law. Universal law is the way we're supposed to be living. When you start fucking with that, when you start fucking around with Mother Nature and things like that, you can't win.
Is this
what's the HARP machine?
I'm a little lost. Is this climate change?
What's the HARP machine?
I want you to look it up. That's what I said to you. Look it up. Look up the HARP machine. Look that up.
But and then too, not only just that, I'm saying it's not even to like. Don't be fearful. Let me tell you one thing about it. Fear is the worst thing to have. Like when you fear something, that lowers your vibration drastically, and you attract quickly whatever you fear. So this is just, I'm just saying this to open your eyes, because then you start to know. Your mind starts to wander. You're going to start asking questions yourself, and you gonna start researching these things yourself and stop asking people. Like certain stuff is happening and it's happening in plain sight, but that's why you being blinded by stuff that's going on news and stuff like that. When you could just go outside and see what's happening, go outside and feel certain stuff. So and absorb as much sun. When the sun is out, y'all get outside in the sun. Get outside in the sun. We need the sun. Don't put on no sunscreen. None of that. You melanated beings, you need the sun to thrive. Get outside in the sun.
And based on what Kirsten said, it's not just the sun and the climate. Pay attention to the animals. The animals will tell you exactly what's going on. If certain shit don't seem right, animals, they give you the signs. When you watching mosquitoes move a certain way, the ducks move a certain way, all of that shit, it means something. We all need to I suggest for everybody, you can go on YouTube right now and look it up yourself. There's a documentary called Grounding and Earthing. Everybody needs to watch that. Go walk outside and pretty much 15 minutes a day, walk outside barefoot. Just make sure the grass hasn't been treated with chemicals. That will benefit and help you out a lot. But you got to get connected more with nature.
Let me put in.
Gareth asks, I've read some theories that HARP can be used to manipulate the weather. Is this possible?
Yeah, HARP is, Healy, what is it? High altitude
radio tension.
I always forget the acronym.
Yeah.
There are people who are sure that the government is stockpiling aliens and controlling everything about anything we would ever think about. And they clearly have never worked for the government because the level of incompetence of the government and inefficiency knows no bounds.
Yeah,
but for starters,
it's true that you could manipulate the weather like they did during the Olympics in China. Like, it's not that you can't manipulate the weather; it's that whether you would really have any serious control.
Yeah, a lot of the weather, weather happens in many places, so it comes about from the heat balance, from the energy coming from the sun, what it reflects off of, what it gets absorbed by, what the upcurrents do, what the downdrafts do, what the rotation of the earth is doing. All of this factors in. And so I have not been convinced by any of the reports to suggest that experiments in the upper atmosphere, physics experiments, are having any effect on our weather whatsoever.
Right.
And it would be tragic if we wanted to say, oh, that's why it's getting hotter in the world, okay? Because there's some experiment happening. That would be tragic because we would be missing the 900-pound gorilla in the room.
Right. And then, but can you...
The carbon dioxide gorilla, yes.
Yes, the 900-pound carbon dioxide gorilla. All right, here's another question.
By the way, I don't think gorillas can weigh 900 pounds.
Is that true?
Yeah, the biggest one I've seen was not 900 pounds. 500 pounds, yeah. Not 900. So 900 pounds.
Like a pumpkin. I bet there's like a pumpkin that someone has made with a gorilla, like a 500 gorilla holding a 400-pound pumpkin.
That would work, yes.
That would be in the room, which would also should attract attention.
So I guess that's what they do. So they really can control the weather, huh?
What would be the gains? Like the white man usually doesn't do things for no reason. He does it for power and money. So how could that control? How can the weather control power and money? Either power or money.
No, this one I'm telling y'all to pay attention to this guy. The sun, the sun is being covered specifically for a reason. I'm just gonna say that. The sun hurt some people. The sun don't hurt everybody. That has been for years. Over a decade now, I think. For years. That has been going on for years. This didn't just start. Be very clear. You know what a real cloud look like? Look outside right now and tell me if you got real clouds in the sky.
Paulo's he disagreed to a certain degree, but he did admit that they did something to try to control the weather in the Olympics. He did admit that, and a lot of what he was saying, it sounded like he was trying to distract the guy who was interviewing him from asking him certain questions.
But let me say this: it's not even a control. It's more like they amplifying certain things. But now they do have machines where they can create clouds. Now those are being created, but when it comes to like certain stuff, they are amplifying what's already happening. And like these clouds, when you go from the sky blue with white clouds to a white whole shield over the sky, what the hell you think that is? Y'all not paying attention to the sky? Y'all ain't looking up?
Overcast, right? That's not an overcast.
Who?
Overcast. when the clouds cover the sun.
No. I'm talking about the entire sky. When you see the whole sky go white, is that normal to you? The whole sky from end to end, from however far you can see it.
Yeah, that's only as far as I can see. Like I live in Houston, and it'll be overcast in Houston, but in Dallas, it could be clear. You see what I'm saying? Like
a real overcast is not one mellow cloud that look like a sheet. It will be multiple thick clouds that even look dark. They will not even look white. They'll look more grayish, like dark grayish. This why I'm saying pay attention to the sky. When you know how real, you'll start to notice the difference between the real and fake. Look up every day for 30 days. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Every day, multiple times a day. And things are happening. The sun getting hotter. It's getting hotter though. It really is.
Actually, last year we had in Texas we had a cool summer. Like you're right. Like normally our summers are murder in Houston, and then last year it rained a lot. It rained a lot. Now this year, I don't think we're gonna get that break. I mean, it's not gonna rain as much, and it's hot. I mean, we passed preheating right now. The oven on hot right now here in Texas. So
it was a lot of stuff happening in Texas last year too. Then y'all had like some floods and stuff in areas that some unusual things like that.
Yeah, flood. Yeah. We have one bad flood about every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Texas is a powerful place. I think it's like some kind of important ley lines there.
Important what?
Powerful ley lines. You know about ley lines?
I think I don't know much about that. I don't know much about that.
Yeah, those are in very important places on the earth.
All right. I have to look that up too.
Yeah, and it's a lot. Like, let me tell y'all, the stuff just it's a lot of stuff.
Let me play this right quick.
In a few seconds, you do a lot of experiments that way, things you can't do in the laboratory.
First time I visited HARP, I didn't even know what it was. I went to HARP as part of a physics club, the Society of Physics Students. I was a student here at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, and HARP at the time held an annual open house event where the public could tour the facility and talk to the scientists.
HARP is a facility to study the ionosphere region 60 miles out into space. And that's a region where there's not much density. The air is very thin, mostly plasma, which means electrons and ions.
When I saw this facility and saw how unique and interesting it was, is when I decided to do my PhD thesis research using the HARP facility itself. HARP stands for the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program.
The federal government spent about $300 million. It's the most exquisite of its kind in the world. It's currently owned and operated by the Air Force Research Lab. And they have other priorities. They've done some tests over the years. Now they want to go do other things. So it's become a bit of an orphan sitting down there in Kekona. The U.S. has the lead in the world in this area. It would be a shame to give that up. The other facilities aren't nearly as flexible or as powerful. And HARP can do science that the other two can't. There's a chart that shows, it compares all the heaters, including air receiver. You can see that it's quite a bit more powerful and more flexible.
It's an instrument that allows us to make small changes to the ionosphere, and then we can measure the response of the ionosphere and the upper atmosphere to the changes that HAARP is making.
Clear sky.
Scientists have categorized the various layers of the atmosphere. Most of the weather that we experience occurs in the troposphere. When we fly in commercial aircraft, we're generally flying at the top of the troposphere. Above that is the stratosphere, and above that is the mesosphere, and above that is the thermosphere. And the ionosphere is basically part of the thermosphere, which extends from about 80 to 100 kilometers altitude all the way up to about 1,000 kilometers altitude. And so the ionosphere is generally what we refer to as the partially ionized portion of the thermosphere. It's too high for weather balloons and it's too low for many satellites. And sure, we can launch rockets through the ionosphere too, as we do at Poker Flat, but those are very fast but expensive experiments. The reason why we care about the ionosphere, particularly for radio communication, is that radio waves, when traveling through free space, behave differently when they travel through a region of charged particles or plasma. The ionosphere is basically a partially ionized plasma. And so one of the things that can happen to radio waves that travel through a plasma is that they can be bent, their polarization can change, they can be absorbed. And since so much of our lives is really dependent on radio communication, either communicating to satellites or for navigation with GPS, which is also communicating with satellites essentially, or over-the-horizon communication or over-the-horizon radar, it's really important for us to understand how radio waves are affected by the ionosphere, and in some cases, how radio waves affect the ionosphere in the case of HAARP or other powerful radio transmitters.
A lot of us realize how important it is, how powerful, how significant the facility is. So we're trying to figure out ways to keep it alive as an active scientific tool.
Why would it be beneficial? I can't speak for the applications, but it's a mystery to solve. We can think of the ionosphere as a natural plasma laboratory, the conditions of which are difficult to replicate in an actual physical laboratory. And so this is just another way of learning about the world around us.
Because if the Air Force shuts it down, by prior agreement, they're required to remediate it, which means they have to go back and turn the land back into the way it was before they started. They'll have to bulldoze the whole site away.
All right. I've always wondered, like, why don't like the government doesn't have machines or whatever that could stop like tornadoes or at least weaken them or hurricanes or anything like that. I think if they were, it'd be these guys at HAARP that come up with it. I think they're playing around and they just trying to figure shit out to do, but they don't know. You know what I'm saying?
What if they're trying to increase them?
Right. You right about, you might be right about that too.
Right. I was gonna say, because when it just like a whole bunch of tornadoes up in them part like last month or a couple months ago, it was like a whole bunch of tornadoes tore through the middle.
The Midwest.
Of the US. And I'm like, that damn, that thing was like 20 something. Did they say 20 or like 50? I don't know how many.
But see,
it was a lot of them.
The thing about what they're doing, they don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
They just trying to manipulate something. They experiment.
Wait. Who don't know? Who don't know what's going to happen?
I'm talking about they trying to figure. They trying to pinpoint how they can use it.
Yeah.
To their advantage. Yeah. But right now they experiment with things, and they don't know the effects that they having.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that the human race is the only species on the planet? Yes or no?
I mean, I would say yes.
Okay.
I don't have to prove that.
Here's the reason why I ask you that. You just said yes when the government has admitted to aliens. Mind you, if the aliens have admitted to aliens, that means aliens also have alien technology. Now, when Kirsten mentioned about movies, that kind of shows you that there's some truth to the Men in Black shit. They put it right in your face and they made it a kids movie pretty much. So this is what I'm saying. You just said you don't believe it, which that's your choice.
Don't mean nothing, but that's my, like you said, that's my choice because I haven't witnessed.
But what I'm saying to you is the fact that they've admitted to it numerous occasions to the point now there's bills that are talking about it. That should tell you something. That should tell you a lot.
TV shows
exactly what's going on.
But see, for you, you kind of like you saying you don't trust the government, except when they say something that goes with what you believe.
Receipts.
You know what I'm saying?
We talking about receipts.
You saying don't trust the government, but then the government say, okay, aliens exist. Now you saying trust the government.
Once again,
no,
I'm talking about receipts.
No,
When you
and
have
also
receipts.
Yeah, like the documents and stuff he's talking about were never supposed to be visible to the public eye. So he's talking about is stuff that done got out in the public from like people who actually used to work with the government, and these people done got killed behind certain stuff like that. Like some of that stuff done got leaked, and now they done made a show about it. Alien something explain.
Okay,
It
so why
used to
not?
come on late
Okay,
at
so
night.
okay, if you tell us they exist, show us then. Show us. Declassify and show the world so we can see.
I got a.
You have to think about.
They're
You
not,
have to think about what
they're not ready
just.
for it. See, it's like I think the Manhattan Project turned out to be what started out as a positive project on how to do shit. But what do? They turned it into the atom bomb. The government turned that into the atom bomb. And I think maybe this heart thing could be something similar to that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Let me tell you something.
Bam. Once again.
Well, see, now the government always looking for ways to weaponize something that could be, you know what I'm saying, to be
right.
Could be positive. They gonna try to use it to weaponize it.
Right. The Chinese invented gunpowder until the Europeans turned it and weaponized it.
Let me show you.
They used gunpowder for celebration, and then they weaponized it and made it into gunfire.
Start with this book.
Yes.
I ain't even read it into its entirety yet, but this book, this is Behold
the Pale Horse.
This book has got all kind of classified. This one, what I got, all kind of government papers, and it got like news articles, documents, all kind of stuff in here.
Now, Kirsten, based on what you just said, here's the thing. Isn't that book about 25 to 30 years old?
Yeah.
So the book she's holding is 25 to 30 years old, and everything that has happened in the past 25 and 30 years is in that book.
Mm-hmm.
That's not by happenstance.
But my thing is, I'm not saying the book is truth or not. I'm just saying it's like the Loch Ness monster or the unicorn. Until I see one for real, you're not going to convince me that it's true.
Okay,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Let me say something.
That right there.
I'm not down, y'all. I'm just saying for me. That's for me. You know what I'm saying?
But
it's
Rob,
a myth. It's a myth.
Rob, here's the thing. Here's the thing about the statement you just made. It's not just you that thinks like that. As long as they can keep that doubt, that's how they keep people's vibrations low, along with not questioning the shit that they do.
Okay,
so it's not just you.
So now you say that the government already said aliens exist.
Yes.
So why are they still hiding? If you're gonna tell me, show me then.
Go look it up. You can
I'm from Missouri.
find the documents.
I'm from Missouri. You gotta show me.
Not even that. Let me ask y'all something. Cause extraterrestrials, I don't think that they look like what they portrayed on TV. I think that they look like humans. Yes, like
the movie They Live.
And what it is I don't even think it's like, you know how like outer space. I feel like Earth is this infinite plane. Only because I'm reading this book, The Omniverse, right now, and it put my mind into like a whole nother perspective about what the universe actually is, a multiverse, because there are billions of, what do we call these, star systems and things in the multiverse. So it's infinite. We don't even, there's no end to where we live. The planet is just one plane in all of existence. Like, think about, first of all, that's just one thing. Think about that. We cannot be the only, we are not I ain't gonna even be stupid to say we are. We are not the only living entities in the whole entire multiverse. So just that alone, you know that there are definitely other outside beings. Even within this plane, there are multiple realities that you can't even see. The spiritual realm exists just like the physical. We just can't see it. We can't perceive 95% of the stuff that's around us. 90 to 95. I might be over exaggerating. I know at least 90 of the things around us. There are multiple dimension beings walking right now, spirits right now in your house you can't even see. So like
we talking about physical aliens. Something you can touch. You know what I'm saying? So
something tangible.
I think you have to be on a certain frequency to see them. That's what I think. That's my thing.
I don't want to be on that frequency.
unless they bring themselves into our form. Because I know
I'm gonna stay on chapter 0, goddamn.
I now know that it's so many different types. Now I didn't even know it was all them different types.
But y'all do see my logic, right? If the government gonna say they exist, why would you say it and don't show it? Don't show us the
because
film
because they have to, because
you know
it's a matter of them. They're covering up their ass because they never expected the information to get out. So it can always be rumors and things like that. But then once documentation is out, they have to cover their own ass and shit like that. There's a reason.
That's one reason.
If they admitted it,
but also people they don't think the people can handle it either. I mean, the Orson Welles War of the Worlds, people went crazy when it was a damn radio program and people went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even though with the disclaimer at the beginning. I mean, you tell people that's what they said on Men in Black. That was their whole thing, is that they can't let people know what's going on because people are stupid.
That's true.
And they couldn't handle it.
And that's true. I do agree with that, BT. I think you.
But why tell us? Why tell us they did this now? Then why tell us? Now we know. Now we want to see it.
I mean,
I think if you ask to see it, let me tell you this. I think if you ask to see it, you will see it. Ask. If you really want to see it, ask to see it. Because your words are powerful and you manifest what you speak.
But I don't want to see it.
I believe.
I believe. Ask. One might come to your backyard.
No, here you ain't. They better not come to my backyard.
I believe that there's problems. I think there's alien activity that happened in Hangar 18 and Area 51. I think they know something is going out. There's something out there. I don't think that. I think that's something that you can't hide. I think there's something hide, and the government is definitely keeping it under wraps. And I don't know. I can't say for sure that there are aliens out there, but more than likely, I would say yes. I believe that we're not alone out here.
And I would ask this: what if they're the ones who behind all of this stuff that's going on, the government?
Yeah.
What if they are the real puppet
Mitch
master?
McConnell's definitely an alien.
Like, what if they are the real puppet masters? They just tell the people in power, "You do this for me."
Him and Lindsey Graham and Marjorie Taylor Greene, crazy ass, gotta be an alien. That crazy broad, she gotta be.
BT, I be like that too every time.
Man, Lauren Boebert, Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz got to be a high-ranking one. He got to be a high-ranker.
Let's touch on this before we leave, man.
More than 30 confirmed.
I can't really hear it.
We talk. You say you shouldn't be overly concerned. Explains why.
The CDC's website, updated late this afternoon, shows Georgia with its first case of monkeypox. That is
Oh,
a
and
Metro
another
Atlanta man
one.
with a history of international travel, according to the Department of Public Health.
A single case of monkeypox certainly isn't enough to stir any type of panic. And from what I understand, this is a single traveler who came here in Atlanta after international travel and has been in isolation.
Georgia now joins 12 other states with a rare disease. On June 1st, according to the World Health Organization, there were 643 confirmed cases worldwide. That number rose to 780 the next day, and today sits at 1,019. Dr. Jane Morgan with the Piedmont Healthcare System says while monkeypox can be at times fatal and more cases are expected, it's not as contagious as other diseases.
The RO number, which is its reproduction number, is still quite low, at less than 1. By comparison, COVID, the Omicron family, is probably at about 10 or 11, and measles may be at 11 or higher.
Currently, smallpox vaccines and antiviral treatments can control any outbreaks. The Department of Health and Human Services tells 11 Alive it has enough vaccines to manage the current outbreak.
I don't believe that this is going to be available to the general public, possibly to healthcare workers who may be exposed if they're treating people.
The Department of Public Health confirmed.
Ain't this how COVID started?
Rob,
no.
Before anybody says anything, can you please post the picture I just sent you in your Facebook Messenger? Before anybody says one word, please post that picture.
Vaccines, I know that.
Ain't this how COVID started, though, y'all?
No.
They told us don't be concerned about nothing.
The picture I sent you explains it all.
Mm-hmm. I don't think. Never mind. I think they thought COVID was gonna do more than what it did, but it didn't. I don't think it really worked like how they thought.
Monkeypox, you can see the symptoms. You can't see the symptoms in COVID. That's the main difference.
Oh, I ain't worrying about none of that. I'm just talking about like the agenda. It's not working. So desperate. It look like desperate measures to me.
This was some of food.
There we go, right there. That explains everything right there.
Oh, shit, you stupid, man.
Damn. That's crazy.
So now once again.
So what are the pictures that showing us?
The picture you just showed, we're going to see what's going to happen. They're going to beat it. They're going to beat people in the head over with it over and over and over and over and over again. It's going to be a few people that pop up with it allegedly, and then it's going to explode. Now, if people fall for this same banana in the tailpipe again, it's fucking sad.
No,
sad.
I mean, we have shit that pop up all the time. We had the bird flu. We had swine flu. We had SARS. But that stuff didn't take off because those symptoms they were obvious. It was obvious when you had it. COVID was only bad because it wasn't obvious when you got it. Monkeypox is obvious. So I think it's going to fall into that category.
Everything they come up with, they strategically do it. Monkeypox is going to carry more weight now because of the agenda that they pushed with people getting sick. They didn't do that with the swine flu and all that shit. It was sparingly cases. They test people to see how you're going to fucking react. That's all. Now, more people are going to be concerned about it because they were concerned about, I don't say it. I don't say the V word and I don't say the C word because I don't give it that energy.
Now you don't say the M word.
Say that again?
Now you don't say the M word.
No, I still say that shit. It don't matter because that's something that ain't gonna hurt no goddamn body.
So what if you physically see somebody with it?
Say that again?
You ain't gonna believe it?
Once I'm gonna say to you the same thing I've been saying since the beginning.
It's just like COVID. Everybody thought the same thing about COVID. It happened over there.
Thing I've said from the very beginning. People have been getting sick since the beginning of time. People have been dying since the beginning of time. And the fact of the matter is, your body tells you when you're sick. You don't need a test to tell you that shit, and you don't need no shot that's allegedly supposed to fix you. Bullshit. Your body is just we have the greatest machine ever built.
Well, if you get monkeypox, you definitely gonna see that.
Say that again?
Yeah, you're gonna see it, and you're gonna shelter yourself away from people, and people are gonna stay away from you because they can see it. They can see all them bumps on you. You see what I'm saying? So that's why when you had COVID, it wasn't like that. You know, I mean, I didn't have very many symptoms when I had COVID. I had a little coughing, and that's about it. And that was it. I mean,
I don't think monkeypox is comparable to COVID. Then monkeypox been exist?
Did it what?
Haven't it been in existence?
No,
Like
I heard of chicken pox. I ain't never heard of monkeypox.
Oh,
yes. When it very first broke, I did read a story about it, and yes, it did. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. I had, y'all had the chicken pox on here?
Yeah, I did in the 3rd grade. But you know what? My daughter never had it though.
I never had the chicken pox
because of the V word.
But did you get the vaccine for it? Because I got the vaccine and I still caught it.
My daughter's I think my daughter's mother got it while she was pregnant.
Okay, so y'all don't. Okay, we might be revisiting it another month. It keeps doubling every time. It keeps doubling every time they show it. So, hey, like I say, everything they're doing is population control in my mind. From the gun rights, pump guns out for these people can kill each other off. All these different diseases they putting out here. That's the population control right now.
How come they're not doing this in China and India where they got over 1 billion people and we only got 300 million, 350 million?
We don't want to concern about population control.
You gotta know who's running America. Like, there's a difference between the leaders. And some countries are doing crazy shit. It's just you only know really about what's going on here, but at the same time, like, who runs America? You gotta know who runs America and why. Like, it's not just surface. This shit is so deep. It's crazy, but it'll have your head hurting for real.
Yep.
Yo, let me do my party comment because I got to get ready to do my workout and I'm going to sleep.
Nigga, I ain't put it up there yet. Nigga, I ain't put party comment up on the screen. You got to wait till I put it up there.
Well, look, I'm done. I've been out all day. I got to do my workout and it's time for me to go to sleep.
You finna do 10 push-ups.
No, but if I do 10, they're gonna be correct push-ups, unlike you. They don't go down all the way.
We'll do a push-up challenge then one day. Live.
Nah, because you're gonna win because you're gonna do 100 wrong. I'm gonna do mine right.
I'm gonna do them the way you want to do them.
Okay.
I'm gonna do them the way you want to do them.
Well, for all of y'all out there, my stance never changes. Focus on connecting with Earth. Don't believe everything people tell you. And open up your eyes and accept what the truth is. And one of the major truths is the people that are telling you how to live your life, they don't give a fuck about your life. Because if they did, you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in. Like I said, the same government that admitted in court, these are documents you can go look up yourself, that admitted to killing Dr. King, are the same people telling you how to live your life and your health and all that other shit. Don't fuck with them. Focus on you. Connect with the earth. Learn how to grow your own food. Get more community-based. And focus on family, focus on love and things like that. Because if you don't, and if we don't get back to community, we're doomed. Hopefully I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, okay.
Look like been golfing out there, man.
All right, let me go next because I'm on 6%. Forward, keep moving forward. Positivity forward, negativity backwards. Get that out your life. Push forward. Shout out to Moretta Johnson that was in the trap in here a couple months ago. She's doing big things. I am working on a project with her. Hopefully we're on to something big ourselves. So, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Rob for getting her on and hooking her up with the people. Man, I'm very grateful for being on this show. I love y'all. Peace and love.
Love you too.
All
Good
right,
night.
bro. Man, stop wearing that ugly shirt, man.
Tuesday.
Riot. I got some. I'm gonna bring some next.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
Okay, let Kiers to go. She.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying I got some. I'm gonna bring for you.
Okay, we're gonna just go last so we can talk about it. Hold on.
Okay.
Thank y'all for another good week. I missed y'all last week. I hope everybody was pleasant. Everybody enjoyed their holiday. Oh, my battery going low too. I hope
let me see the nails, man. What's the nails?
Say
What you
what?
got on your nails? Let me see your nails.
Oh, those are cute.
Thank y'all.
No.
Yeah, this is my fun time getting my nails done. But I hope y'all have a great week. I hope y'all love on the people that love on y'all. Reach out to somebody you haven't spoken with and just have a good time. Live life, guys. Don't wake up and realize too much time has passed by and you haven't done anything. Celebrate with the people that you love. Spend time with them. Have a great week, y'all.
Hold on, Ann. I know you should got your Christmas wreath up.
Listen, you minding my business. On the back of the door, okay? It's a year-round wreath. Mind your business. It's a year-round wreath, okay?
Okay, I get. A year-round wreath. You gotta give me a year-round wreath.
If I can see out my doorbell, it'll be on the other side. The only reason I brought it in is because I can't see out the doorbell. I just like it. I think it's cute. It's not so much as a Christmas wreath. I just think it's cute.
You worse than my sister. My sister got a Christmas tree. She got a Valentine tree. She got a all kind of holiday tree. She got an Easter tree.
I just think it's cute.
And she just keep a tree all year round.
Everybody get me about it. Oh, my phone. I mean, I'm going dead.
All right, and do it how you do it.
Well, yeah. Now I just got some. I'm gonna bring it next show because I gotta find my book with my notes in it. But I know why, or I think I know why COVID has calmed down because some people are in court and it's a lot of people about to go down over this COVID vaccine. So yeah,
you want to put together a show for anyway, Kiers.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna see what's going on. Oh, hold on. How was Vegas?
Oh, it was awesome. It was very, very, very awesome, man. I'm trying to pull up a video about the highlight of it, but I can't pull it up on this. I don't know why this Facebook thing ain't.
You was at all the parties, huh?
Man, I was at all the parties.
all the parties. What clubs you went to? I'm going at the end of the
I don't even know the name of the clubs I went to. I was just in. I went to the couple of shows. They got a show called the Mad Apple, where it's like a acrobats and singing and stuff like that. It was really nice. And I went to the Prince show, Purple Rain, and that dude sounds just like Prince.
Really?
He act like him. He look like him.
Oh God, I gotta see that one.
Yeah, that's
Is Usher still in concert there?
Huh?
Usher, is he still in concert?
Yeah, I think Usher's still out there too. Yeah, but I could afford an Usher ticket. They said Usher ticket about $500-$600.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I needed that money to party with.
Right.
I ain't finna spend $500-$600 while Usher on one set.
Right.
No. I need a maker. It's most of the. If you go out there, you see a lot of stars out there. I think 2 Chainz had a show out there. Yeah, a lot of entertainers be out there doing their thing out there. That's what when you hear from, that's where they be at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome though.
That's good. That's amazing.
What you in school or something? You go to school online?
Oh yeah. I'm taking this class online. I'm taking 2 classes. I'm taking an entrepreneur mindset class, and I'm also taking an anger management class.
Lord have mercy.
Anger management.
Now you don't come across as somebody who needs anger management.
You know,
unless you just showed us the side of us you wanted to see.
No, listen. A lot of stuff is happening, and I know even more stuff is going to happen. So I'm just doing my best to get my mental all the way.
So this a voluntary class you in?
Yeah.
Now, who volunteers for an anger management class?
I did because like
you got.
Did I say so? I'm also in life. I'm training to be a master life coach. In November, I will be licensed, certified master life coach. And so one of my instructors is actually the instructor for the anger management class. So I decided to go ahead and enroll in there so I can have those extra hours going towards my master life coaching certificate. But yeah, I mean, it can definitely help. No harm. It can definitely help. I can use some.
So what does a life coach do? Like is who would come see you?
Anybody who feel like they're out of alignment in life, or they don't feel like their life is going where they thought it would go. Just somebody who needs coaches, like what a coach for a
So everybody did.
A team, yeah, a coach for a football team, basketball team. You basically like the coach over someone's like more something, not really a therapist, but like we can help you lay out a plan and take the steps that you need to take and refer you to therapists and stuff if that's what you need as well. But yeah, it's a lot of it's like not a therapist because we're not medical, but we're somewhat like a young Van Zant. So she's like a well-known.
I get it.
Yeah, like that. And so I'm mainly doing it for mothers. Like I told you, like I know I'm here to help mothers heal. So my millennials, that's basically who I would love to serve. Like people in our community.
So you finna be a life coach with taking anger management classes.
Yeah, that goes with credit. Yeah. And this is my first time. This is my second time taking anger management, actually.
I bet you I bet I come to you and say, I need help with this. You get your ass together. Get your
Nah, see.
Love that message.
I got control over that now. It's just certain things I still get triggered by, but I know how to control my emotions though. But I still get angry. Like I'm not gonna lash out at some people, but I still get angry. And anger actually does a lot to your body. Where you feel it at, it can really hurt your organ. Every emotion, anger, sadness. That's why you shouldn't sit in sadness so long. Like the role these emotions play on your body is very important. So
that's like a couple been married for like a long time, and one couple passes, and the other couple passes away like a week or a month later. That's
broken heart.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, that's for real. Like people be going out like that for real.
Mm-hmm.
That would happen. My grandma, they did, like my granddad and my grandma, it happened like that. So that's definitely real. But yeah, it's a lot of things happening. But changes are, the earth is elevating. Things are happening. And let me tell you, just as much stuff appear bad is happening, so many more great things are happening.
Yeah. We don't hear that. We don't hear that. Yeah. It don't make the news.
On the best things, I go and celebrate and a lot of stuff.
Because those doctors need you to be sick to make their money, right? Pharmaceutical companies. No pharmaceutical companies need you to be sick out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, I a lot of stuff you and Fu say, I agree with. I just agree that like you could get to a place, you go that street and get there. You go that street and get there.
Yeah.
I just choose to go to a different street to get there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, many paths lead to the same destination.
Yeah,
and everybody has their unique journey. Because I used to be I used to be like that too, very passionate about, and try to argue people. But some people, who things are for, people will get it. They'll gravitate toward. They'll ask questions. You'll attract who it's for. Like Everything
Yeah,
ain't
you're a fool like that. Y'all take the expressway there. I like to go the long way.
I listen.
All right, go ahead and
I'm
finish up
very
before we get up out here.
different. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna say is always it's very important to know yourself. I say this every week, but this is the most important thing. Know thyself. Know thyself. Know who you are. That is the most important thing, because when you know who you are, then you'll understand and understand everything else around you and why things are happening. Everything you'll start to understand it. So that's the most important thing. Know thyself. Learn yourself. Also build up your mental, your physical, your spiritual health. That's the most important thing. Our health is under attack from all angles. From all angles. Keep your health up at high levels. Drink more water. Consume less sugar. Consume more raw food. Now's the time. Get some sun. The sun help heal almost anything. Just sit in the sun for 15 minutes. Direct sunlight. 15 minutes is at a minimum. That should be that's a great start. And yeah, that's it. Let's continue to heal together. Because when you know thyself and take your power, you are unstoppable. Everything else will fall and crash. You got to watch it burn. Okay? I love y'all and good night.
All right, now,
watch it burn. All right, good night.
I'll see you that week.
All right.
All right, y'all. This is time we got to say goodbye. Look, y'all, I had an awesome weekend, and it just reminded me that life is too short to be out here worried about stuff, man. Y'all get out and go have a good time with your life. It's too short to be worried about this and that and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes open, keep your head on the swivel. Just go have a good time, man. Enjoy life because it don't last always. Till next week, peace out. I love y'all. And guess what? You can't do nothing about it. Peace!